Hi again, it's Wes. In this third video, I'm going to talk about something that's notoriously difficult to set up. It's the cross-entry restrictions. Now, once you get your class list set up, there may be certain groups of classes that you don't want attendees cross-entering their dogs between. For example, senior and veteran and adult classes, you may want to exclude in a particular trial day attendees from entering their dogs in all three of those different age divisions and other similar things. So to do that, what you'll want to do is add cross-entry rules. And now these are just notoriously difficult to configure. They're just difficult to understand. And it's just due to the nature of how cross-entries work, I think. But you'll notice if you copied your event from a JRTCA template, there are some standard cross-entry rules loaded in here, and maybe the name got a little messed up in the copy, but that's okay. We can change those if we really want to, but it's just for our reference. It doesn't show up anywhere else. So we'll go in here let's go into go to ground. I think it's pretty easy to understand. So in go to ground, so we have this rule for go to ground. And we'll just change the name to remove that imported thing. But what's important here, the name is just for our reference, but what's important here is to enter some meaningful error text, because if the attendee does select the classes and tries to cross-enter, this message will appear to them telling them why they can't. So make sure it's kind of descriptive. Here we just say cross-entering between adult, veteran, and senior go to ground classes is not allowed on the same trial day. And to actually set this rule up, we have down here just a list, a class list for both Saturday and Sunday. We're just going to look at Saturday to set up this rule. And we're just looking at go to ground right now because we're going to just enforce this cross-entry restriction in the go to ground division. Will allow, maybe they can enter adult and go to ground, but if they are a senior and want to enter senior in Super Earth, we can let them do that. That's probably rare, but that will just give us the granularity to do it. If you would prefer that all dogs enter the same type of class on the same trial day, just make a single rule for day one, adult, veteran, and senior. But we're just going to divide it out by division because that's how the JRTCA specifies it. So for go to ground, what we do is we have this group kind of input for each class. And when we want to enforce cross-entry restrictions, we're going to assign each class in this division a group, at least the classes that we want to enforce cross-entry restrictions for. So we have three groups. We have an adult group, a veteran group, and a senior group. And you can call those groups anything you want just by entering text. But make sure you keep the same name. It's case sensitive as well. So if it's all caps, use all caps. You can also just use all lower if you want. But just be consistent and make sure you don't add any leading or trailing spaces or anything like that too. But what this does is everything with the same group label gets put in its own group. So we have an adult group with these two classes, a veteran group with these two classes, and a senior group with these two classes. And what TrialVault will do is it won't allow dogs to enter more than one of these groups. So that effectively enforces this adult, veteran, senior cross-entry. They can only enter the adult class, the adult classes, the veteran classes, or the senior classes. So that's how that works, and you can do this, you can configure it however you need to for your particular requirements. It just takes a minute to get your head around. And I don't think it's really that complicated once you understand what it's doing. There's this note up here to try to explain that to you if you get confused. I always usually have to read it again when I go do it after it's been a while, just because it is a little bit of it's something to get your head around, like I mentioned. So once you're done, just hit update rule. You can create new rules as you need them as well. The default one should suffice pretty well, unless you create your own custom divisions. I believe it does. If you copy an existing division with cross-entry rules, it will copy the cross-entry rule for that too, but you should probably verify that it does that. You can create new rules like I mentioned, and we just got an error that I'm going to have to look at, but I'll fix that for you. So that sums up this video on cross-entry restrictions. Thank you, and stay tuned for more.